What's up, everybody? What's up? Valhalla Sports Talk is on the air. Dodgers back in the big city, the City of Angels, hosting the Pittsburgh Pirates in MLB baseball action. 7:10 start, 7:10 Mountain Standard, 10:10 if you're on the East Coast. So 30 minutes from now is first pitch. 30 minutes from now. Shout out to the early arrivals, James Birch, Dan Weaver, and Brian J. Pitching matchup tonight. It's a good one. It is a good one. Paul Skeens versus Yamamoto. Skeens 2-2 with a 2.87 earned run average, 30 strikeouts. Yamamoto 3-1 with a .93 ERA, 38 strikeouts. Let's take a quick look at today's starting lineups. Cedric Wyatt in the house. All right, a 3-game series is what it is, y'all. 3-game series today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Tonight's pitching matchup right above me, Paul Skeens, Yamamoto. Today's starting lineups for the Pirates. Cruz will lead off, Reynolds second, McCutchen third, Valdez fourth, Hayes fifth, Pham, Frazier, Kiner Falefa, and Davis. Skeens will eventually be a Dodger, I bet. That's the rumor. I've heard it. All right, for the Dodgers, Ohtani will lead off. Betts second, Freeman third, Teoscar fourth, Tommy fifth, Will Smith sixth, Conforto seventh, Max Muncy eighth, and Pages ninth. It's the full breakdown on the pitching matchup. This is the MLB Network game. It'll be on the MLB Network tonight, y'all. Some Friday night baseball action. There are your team leaders. O'Neill Cruz leads the Pirates, home runs 7, Edman 8 for the Dodgers. Cruz leads them in stolen bases with 11. Shohei 5 for the Dodgers. And Yamamoto 38 strikeouts to Andrew Heaney's 31. Some news, I guess, on Snell. They've shut him down for a bit. So he won't be coming up too quick, y'all. But today's betting odds, according to BetMGM, Dodgers favored by a run and a half. Pirates, therefore, getting a run and a half. Dodgers are minus 220 on the money line. Pirates plus 180. 93% of the bets are on the Dodgers on the money line. 96% of the dinero. And the over-under is 7, chat. Over-under is 7 in the chat. This is when we do it. Who's going to win this game and what's the score going to be? Lots of things going on tonight, y'all. Lots of stuff going on. We got NHL hockey rolling tonight. We've got NBA action. Both the Lakers and the Kings playing tonight. Kings content on this channel likely done for y'all. Unfortunately, likely done with Kings content on the channel. We got some legal stuff going on there, y'all. A little bit of legal stuff, or at least threats of legal action. And I won't be caught up in it. That's for damn sure. So all Kings content will be removed from the channel here in the next few days. I'll still be a fan. I'll probably still watch their games, but I won't be calling their games. I won't be doing anything. Go Kings, go! Let's get Kings in 4, please. Yeah, I hope they get past the Oilers, man. I hope they do. What's up, Andrew? What is up? All right, betting is open for who will win. The choices are Dodgers or Pirates. Bet between 10 and 100,000 or 10,000. You two could be Voint rich at the end of the day. No cash value. Can't do it, Andrew. Can't do it. Can't do it. They said they don't want us using the audio. They don't want us using their logos. And that includes thumbnails. Now, why I'm being targeted, I have no idea, but it sure looked legal to me. Andrew puts 10,000 of his Voints on the Doyers. Yeah, it was pretty shocking, Andrew. Pretty shocking, to be honest with you. Pretty damn shocking. I was like, you what? We can't do what? They said I even had to get their logo out of my header on all my social media. Bet 5,000 on the Dodgers, says Miss Shelby. I told you 2 years ago the corporations were coming, y'all. They were coming. They're here. They are here. You said you wanted to cut the cord and not watch their telecast, pay their high cable bills. Came over to YouTube, to these YouTube fan streamers. And then they said, oh, we got to shut that shit down now, too. We got to shut that down, too. It wouldn't shock me if they come for the Dodgers any day. Any day. Would not be shocked. Is it any kind of a special day at Dodger Stadium today? We giving away a bobblehead? Is today the Dave Roberts bobblehead day? No, no, I don't think this is just a Kings thing, dude. Yeah, I don't think it's just a Kings thing. Yeah, I think it's going to be across the leagues, dude. If you start thinking about what's happened here this last year, being hidden during NFL, um, the strike from the NBA, now this with the Kings, they're coming, y'all. They're going to come and they're going to shut all these channels down. And that's going to be everybody, y'all. That's going to be everyone. If you can't use logos, it's just a guy sitting in his room. It's just a guy sitting in his room talking on a microphone. I mean, find a single stream out there right now, chat. Find a single stream doing play by play or even if they're calling the plays that doesn't have the logos of the organizations on their screen or their thumbnail. Find me one. Find me one that doesn't show the logo, at least, of these teams. I did. 2 years ago, I said it. Well over 2 years ago, I said this shit was coming down the pike. Couples night tonight, Dave Roberts bobblehead tomorrow. There you go. There you go. So the last Dodger stream was hidden for a large amount of the time. So let's see how this looks tonight. It's not hidden as of yet. Exactly, and Nate Dog. Exactly, man. They want all the money, all the pennies, all the dollar bills, y'all. That's bad news for YouTube too, in my opinion, chat. That's bad news for YouTube. All right, let's bring in these audio for as long as we can, anyway. Oh man.
Free team bracelet and nationwide. Own the dream with Daniels Jewelers.
This is Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck. On your home for LA Dodgers baseball.
Big night at Dodger Stadium. Yamamoto versus Paul Skeens, the pitching matchup. Two of the best, not only in the National League, but in all of Major League Baseball. First pitch between the Dodgers and Pirates coming up at 7:10. Dodger Baseball brought to you by Zenshi Handcrafted Sushi. Enjoy the game with a quick, affordable meal that the whole family can enjoy. Zenshi Handcrafted Sushi, made fresh, on-site daily by
Is Shadir Sanders still looking for an NFL team to call home? That shit will be studied for years, chat. That'll be studied for years. How not to promote yourself leading up to the NFL draft. How not to do it. Many people headed sitting there with him going at 5 yesterday in the top 5. And last I checked, he made it through the second round as well. And then you got these clowns hanging out at the crib with him last night. Old dude with his big baseball hat with a dollar bill sign on it. Wow. They will investigate this for years to figure out what not to do if you're going into the NFL draft.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm sure everyone will be watching today. I think if you're a fan of just good baseball, good pitching especially, tonight is the night you tune in and watch.
I feel like guys get asked this all the time, but it's so cliche. What does it mean to go against the other guy? But it seems like you guys don't even view it that way.
Yeah, I think a lot of times pitching is such an individual. Like, you got to care, or like we're kind of worried about what you're doing on the mound and like how to execute pitches and game plan and everything like that. Like, you're not really, at least for me anyway, I'm not really concerned with what like the other starter is doing. You know, you kind of like take care of business, do what you got to do, and then when you go out there and put up some zeros, hopefully your team wins.
Is it different now because you spent most of your career in the American League, but when pitchers could hit in the National League, you don't even see each other?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, you really don't. I think it's a good point. Maybe it was a little bit more of a thing in the NL, like always facing pitchers and kind of having that, like, not really a free out, but sort of a free out type of thing. So that was always kind of a weird situation. Hitting was always fun too, but yeah, maybe that's the difference.
I know we hear about Paul Skeens a lot. You got to worry about your own business. How much have you seen him pitch?
I haven't seen him pitch at all this year. So tonight will be cool just to watch him pitch. And yeah, I haven't really kept up or anything like that. Yeah.
What about Yamamoto? There just seems to be a different swagger, confidence about him. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely still the same dude, but I think it's tough for anyone to come into the league, especially being so young. Like the first year, you're kind of getting a footing and kind of understanding what the league's all about, and I think he just kind of got that footing last year and then came in with the confidence knowing how good he is, and he's doing what everyone thought he would do now.
Do you really believe the Japanese pitchers have a bigger adjustment because of the baseball, because of the mound? Is that a real thing?
Probably take some time. I think so for sure. I think too, probably if you have like humongous hands, it's probably a bit easier. But like for Yamamoto's, he's got like relatively small hands.
Yeah.
I think the grip is probably a lot different. Just the ball being bigger and learning how to leverage the seams differently. And I'm sure there definitely is some adjustment there for sure.
Tyler Glasnow's got some meat hooks. What's the challenge of having larger hands? And does it feel like sometimes it's hard to get a feel? I know longer levers as well, all of that. What's it like to be able to control the baseball?
I think it's probably harder just staying connected. I think when everything lines up, it's a lot better just because you have like more leverage and like longer limbs and all that stuff. But I think on the flip side, when things are disconnected, it happens. Maybe it's harder to line up for a tall guy than it is for like a short guy. I guess that's what they tell me anyway. And I think just the more you do it, like anyone, the more you learn your body and the more you pitch, the easier it is.
Hey, David Catalano with $2 Valhalla. Thank you so much. Daniel Mendez checks in from the Midwest, and Shelby Minnick says, I'm happy with the Vikings' choice of Donovan Jackson, guard, Ohio State University.
And I think like any small little adjustment you make out front, it really has a huge effect on where the ball ends up. So it's just, for any good pitcher, it's about repeating mechanics.
And being consistent with where your front foot lands, is that like the key to timing, where everything is coming together when your front foot lands?
I think that's when you can like kind of look at video and decipher it that way, but I think for everyone it's different. Like not if you're landing in the same spot, it doesn't necessarily mean that your hand's in a good spot, or like there's certain things that you have to line up, but it could be like a ton of reasons. People's adjustments are all different. Like if mine might be at my foot strike, someone else's might be their balance point. Like there's a ton of different things you can kind of look at.
Sunday's your next start day. Obviously you got the cramps in the last start. How are you feeling leading up to it?
Good. Everything feels good. Just going to do a bunch of hydration stuff and figure all that out, and then hopefully I can get out there and pitch with 100 pitches or so.
Hey, whatever you do, it's work. So you were an all-star last year for a reason, and certainly it'll get on track for you. So thank you for the time.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it, dude.
There he goes, Tyler Glasnow. He'll receive a pair of sunglasses to Kanan's World Best Polarized Sunglasses. Kanan's lenses are clearer, lighter, and stronger than other lenses and are nearly impossible to scratch. Visit Kanan.com for your pair. Tyler Glasnow will be on the mound against the Pirates on Sunday, a team that he actually started his major league career with, and we're looking forward to that. Tonight we got Paul Skeens and Yoshi Yamamoto coming up at 7:10. Dodger Baseball brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game day, it's group day at Shakey's.com. When we continue from Dodger Stadium, we have more Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck on the way. We will also catch up with Rick Monday on a big anniversary for him. 49 years ago, he saved the American flag right here at Dodger Stadium. So we'll check in with Rick Monday and Steven Nelson as we continue right here on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
AM 5.
Urgent and emergency care, prescription coverage, and rides to your doctor and pharmacy, all at no cost. Discover why more people choose LA Care for Medi-Cal than any other health plan. Visit lacare.org/medi-cal today. That's lacare.org/medi-cal.
For over 35 years, Zenshi has been perfecting the art of handcrafted sushi. Each roll, a masterpiece.
There you go, Theo. There you go. Go Devils, go. What's the score, dude? What is the score?
Perfect for when you need a quality meal on the go. Lunch, dinner.
Why on some previous streams were there no 3Ds? A couple of them, it didn't work. Like spring training, Big Nate Dogg, it didn't work. Theo putting up the Thor emoji. Theo, I got Mookie Betts in MLB The Show video game this morning. I had 25,000, what do you call it? Coins or whatever. And Mookie was selling for about 50. And the COO for my birthday today bought me a little $20 anniversary package, MLB 20th anniversary package. So Mookie is on the Dodgers. I now have all the Dodger players, and that'll allow me to make some cool content. So we got the entire Dodger team to include Shohei. Of course, the Shohei was in the Tokyo Series packs. So it is not the base Shohei. That's still going for well over 300 real dollars. But Mookie is in the team now. So we got the entire squad. Back to it.
In a new Tacoma with an iForce turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. We make it easy. All right, the Pirates are coming back from playing all the way in Anaheim, where Paul Skeens grew up being an Angels fan, going to El Toro High School. The 22-year-old Rookie of the Year certainly has a reputation and has been a winner. In fact, with the struggling Pirates where they're at, last year, the Pirates were 15-8 in Skeens starts. When Skeens was not starting games, they were just 61-78. That's 17 games below 500. Skeens has been good, better than a 2-2 record, but the facts are the Pirates.
Wow, y'all, the Browns, the Raiders, and the Saints all have passed once again on Shedeur Sanders in the third round. All three of those teams. The Cowboys are coming up in 3 picks. Does Jerry try to make a splash and draft Deion Sanders' son?
An earned run in the last 21 innings and has not given up a run period in the last 18 innings. From what I've been told from his teammates, he's not even firing on all cylinders because he understands better the 162 season, understands October means a lot, and he's pitching with a lot of confidence. We're just 15 minutes away from this marquee pitching matchup.
Not for me. Not for me. Not for me, they won't we go.
On deck, and this is the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers audio network.
When you want
All right, what do we got here, chat? What do we got? Looks like about 13 minutes first pitch. Oh, I'm done streaming the Kings, Elishiva. I'm done. There'll be no more Kings-related content on my channel. I received a during the stream the other night. I received a cease and desist order from a large law firm in Los Angeles, and they don't want me using their logos. They don't want me using their audio. They don't want me using nothing. No pictures. No shit. So nope, no Kings game tonight. You have to go over. I think the lounge is off of it too. He probably got the same letter I did. But they made it very, very clear that they did not want us using their logos, their audio, their images, nothing. Zero, no, nada, nada. And I've got to get it all off my channel here in the next few days, including my header, Facebook, TikTok, everything. Yeah, well, I'm not trying to get sued. Not trying to get sued. Yeah, I know. John's a good guy, man. John's maybe one of the few that might survive, Nate, because he doesn't. Well, he does do a scoreboard, I guess, that has the logo in it. I don't know. I don't know. They made it pretty clear I couldn't use any of it. Well, it might be for the Lakers too, Andrew. Yeah, today is my birthday, y'all. Today is my birthday. Today I'm a year older, not necessarily a year wiser.
Gains. When the boys in blue play a home game, it's important that they have the right plan to protect their house. The same applies to your home. Always have a plan and follow fire safety tips. For example, use or install ignition-resistant materials around your home. Use fire-resistant materials when building a deck. Replace vents with ember and flame.
Yeah, appreciate it, everybody. Appreciate it. Me today, my son tomorrow, and the General 4 on the following day, y'all. Today is also my dad's birthday, says Elishiva Jones. Let's go, Dodgers. Hey, VT. What's up? Thank you, Andrew.
Keys for the Dodgers in terms of getting to play better baseball is getting more out of their big names, their MVPs at the time.
Right after this stream, chat, right after this stream, we'll be cutting into my big birthday cake. COO made me a cake this morning, too. Yellow cake, chocolate frosting. There is no other. There is no other, chat. There is no other. Stick with the classic.
You're not worried about 100 miles per hour or a devastating slider. You're making sure that your baby's healthy and your partner's okay.
Yeah.
So I think that is part of the calculus here, but the fact is he does not look right. The at-bats, the swings, the swing decisions, they've all been off.
No, and you wonder about the focus, and understandably. The only thing about bringing first child or second child or third child into the world is normal. There is no normal. and if we look at Ohtani, the last 7 games, just a 194 batting average against. And in fact, I started to do a little deeper diving, against relievers. He's done exceptionally well this year, 343 against the starters, 211 average. Mookie Betts, the last 7 games, is hitting at 148. If we look at Michael Conforto, the last 7 games, hitting at 150. Andy Pages starting today, starting to swing the bat a little bit better. Last 7 games, 250. Hopefully that continues up on the upswing, including with Max Muncy, who is starting to swing the bat a little bit better. Watched him closely in batting practice, and just watching him at BP, much better session.
You are right. I think, obviously the stars draw all the attention, all the concern right now. What's wrong with Ohtani? What's wrong with Betts? But I think this team proved last year, at the end of the year, the ups and downs of 162, Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez, those 4 you're not really stressed about. It's the other 5. And right now they're not getting enough from them either. So hopefully they can pick that up in this homestand. Way easier said than done, David Vassay, for the Dodgers or any hitter when you're facing Paul Skeens. But the Dodgers got a great one on the mound as well, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. We cannot wait for this battle of the aces here tonight at Dodger Stadium.
All right, guys, can't wait for it. Paul Skeens and Yamamoto right around the corner. After the game is over, we'll have post-game and Dodger talk for you. Enjoy the game. It's going to be a great one. I'm David Vassay, and this is the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
All right, looks like Yamamoto is about ready to go here. We got about 7 minutes. 7 minutes to first pitch. Skeens versus Yamamoto. Big pitching matchup. It looks like pretty overcast in Los Angeles today. Davis and Hershiser in the booth on the TV telecast. Appreciate it, VT.
They've added even more.
Now we
All right, we'll get everything fired up here in just a minute, y'all. Just a minute, we'll get everything fired up. Enjoy the game, though, y'all. Enjoy the game. I'm dropping some ads right now. Dropping an ad. What's up, Michael Franco?
Quality, variety, and value.
Shakey's Pizza.
Get more meal for deal at Shakey's.com.
And by Estrella Jalisco.
Back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the ninth.
First pitch is just moments away.
Oh, no way, Theo. No way, bro.
LA Dodgers.
Thank you so much, man.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC.
Let me get to it after I get this thing fired off.
Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
National League West Division champion.
Theo with a $50 Valhalla holla direct donation via PayPal. Thank you so much, Theo. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
This team has continued to pour resources into the roster.
Thank you so much, buddy.
Welcome to world champion LA Dodgers baseball.
Always remember what it felt like to be part of the best damn baseball team in the world.
In the world.
Zoom in, zoom out, zoom up.
They wear the crown.
Dodgers baseball is brought to you by Budweiser.
This Bud's for you.
Galpin Motors.
Family owned and operated since 1946.
LA County Public Works.
Recycling beverage containers is a triple play.
Children's Hospital LA.
From colds to cancer, we got this.
Coffee Hot Dogs.
A SoCal treasure. Local, original, great.
And by Daniel's Jewelers.
Making diamond dreams come true since 1948.
Stick around because first pitch is next. Right here on the world champion LA Dodgers audio network. Play ball!
You guys wanted a parade? We got a parade!
A decade of Dave Roberts. 2 world champion titles as manager. 4-time National League.
Man, thank you again, Theo. Thank you so much. A $50 Valhalla holla. I feel like I missed something there in the chat, too. Is that the voice of an angel? Kenneth Garrow drops a $1 Valhalla holla. Appreciate it, Kenneth. Appreciate it. I can talk right now, bro. Mary Hart with Snoop Dogg. Take a seat over there. Woo, says Eddie. All right, let's get back to it, y'all. We're going to fire this bad boy up.
And capability with features like an off-road cut front bumper and 2-inch factory lift, no roads are no problem. Looking for a bold and sporty high-performance pickup? That's RST. From its aggressive style to its responsive feel, it's an energizing presence that really stands out. And for the ultimate combination of luxury and capability, there's High Country, offering premium leather seating and a 5.3-liter V8 engine, so you're both comfortable and in command. Stop by and drive one home today, or shop now at SoCalChevy.com. Based on S&P Global Mobility new retail registrations using large pickup segmentation. Call 844-55-CHEVY or see dealer for details.
Did you know that California offers various programs and services to support older adults, adults with disabilities, and family caregivers, from health insurance counseling to
talk about it. Part of going to Ohio State for football. It means you don't have to carry the entire franchise.
Colin Cowherd. Weekday mornings at 9 a.m. after Dan Patrick. Right here on your home of the world champion Dodgers.
AM 570 LA Sports.
Did you know that every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care? It's a no-cost maintenance plan that covers all normal factory-scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. All work is performed by factory-trained technicians using genuine Toyota parts. Toyota Care.
Devils are winning 2-0. There you go. They need to get a win, man. Anything can happen in the Stanley Cup playoffs, Theo. They get one win. Let's go. Let's go. Good luck. Where are your seats at, man? You got good seats? Go, Devils, go.
Even find the best local offers. Everything you need is just a few clicks away on Toyota.com. So for your next Toyota car, truck, or SUV, just visit Toyota.com. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
Hope.
Appreciate it, Robert. Appreciate it, man. I hope they give you some extra Jell-O in honor of my birthday today, Robert, at the home.
Down to your DNA with unprecedented speed. Hope, advancing cancer care at life-saving speed. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
Fans expect to in every season, but imagine winning the championship 29 seasons in a row. Galpin Ford did that, being the #1 volume Ford dealer in the world for 29 years, led by the Bachman family as the largest family-owned and operated dealer group in Southern California. Galpin has been part of the community since 1946, offering great deals, great service with great people. In addition to Ford, Galpin's winning heritage includes Mazda, Honda, Volkswagen, Porsche, Land Rover, Aston Martin, Jaguar, Lincoln, Volvo, Polestar, and Lowe's. Be a part of the Galpin story. It starts at Galpin.com.
Let's go to the Galpin Motors broadcast booth.
And now your voices of the LA Dodgers.
Rick Monday and Steven Nelson.
Live from Dodger Stadium, your world champion Los Angeles Dodgers. Well, the boys in blue are back home, and none too soon. They're 10-2 at Dodger Stadium. And for the Dodgers starting tonight, 1 game behind San Diego for the lead in the Western Division, trailing the Giants by a half game. Hi, everybody. Rick Monday alongside Steven Nelson and with producer engineer Dwayne McDonald as we get set to go. A little bit on the cool side in Southern California, but for the Dodgers, hoping to get red hot. They were not particularly hot on the just completed road trip, and they send out in what is really billboarded as a terrific pitching matchup
Robert,
tonight.
nice.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto for the Dodgers and Paul Skeens on the mound for the Pittsburgh Pirates to come in for this 3-game series. For the Dodgers, 16 wins, 9 losses. For Pittsburgh, they're 10-16. Here's Dave Roberts' starting lineup. Shohei Ohtani leading it off. He's at shortstop. Mookie Betts is at shortstop. Freddie Freeman batting third and playing at first base. In right field,
Dodgers take the field.
Hernandez. Tommy Edman is at second base. Will Smith returns to the starting lineup. In left field, Michael Conforto. Max Muncy is at third base, and batting ninth and playing in center field is Andy Pages. For Yamamoto, his 6th start, a record of 3-1 with a very good ERA is 0.93 is all to this particular point in the early stages of the season. The umpiring assignments, Sean Barber will work the plate tonight. He'll call the balls and strikes. The crew chief, James Hoy, is at first. DJ Rayburn umpiring at second. And John Lipka is over at third base. Tomorrow in Game 2 is going to feature Roki Sasaki on the mound for the Dodgers. Mitch Keller will go for the Pirates. And we'll join you a little bit earlier tomorrow, 5 o'clock, with the Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck show. First pitch at 6:10. And then the finale of this series on Wednesday is going to be Tyler Glasnow to start for the Dodgers in that one. Opening game of the homestand, Dodgers and the Pirates. Happy to have you with us. Happy to play. Here's Steven.
Thank you, Mo. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, happy Friday from Blue Heaven on Earth. It is a
I'll get this
cool
synced
and
up on the
breezy
first
Friday
pitch,
night
chat.
at Dodger Stadium as the Dodgers welcome the Pittsburgh Pirates. Former Dodger farmhand O'Neal Cruz leading off, batting from the left side against Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He steps and fires. First pitch. I should say for O'Neal Cruz, lands at the shins. Cruz towering at 6'7". The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and foul back to our left. Yamamoto jumps ahead with 2 strikes.
Yeah, but the last 7 games, Cruz has 3 leadoff home runs. And we figured, like we talked about it in the pregame show, runs should be at a premium tonight for both sides.
The 1-2 pitch. is downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter, Cruz, batting .256 on the season, but slugging .549, so an OPS of .906. 7 home runs, 13 runs batted in. The 2-2, chopped to the right side foul, the first base bag, and it spins into the Pirate dugout. For Yoshinobu Yamamoto, his 6th start of the season, coming off an absolute gem last Friday in Texas. But we were there for it. 7 innings, shutout ball from Yamamoto. Tied his career high with 10 strikeouts. Set a new career high with 20 whiffs. The 2-2 pitch is a curveball that bounces in the dirt inside on Cruz. The count's run full.
I think for both of these teams, the team that does not expand the strike zone is probably the team offensively that's going to be in better shape. And with that splitter for Yamamoto, I mean, it has been just falling off the table. An .077 average against it.
The payoff pitch is a fastball outside, ball 4, a leadoff walk to Cruz, who is the major league leader in stolen bases with 11. And Mo, I feel like every game we've been together, we've talked about the Dodgers' inability to manage the run game.
Yeah, they just had not been able to shut it down. And for this Pittsburgh Pirates ball club, they're trying to make some noise, if you will, in the Central. They started in last place, 6 behind the leading Chicago Cubs.
Now the right fielder, Brian Reynolds, a switch hitter. The first pitch from Yamamoto, cut on and fouled back into the net, strike 1. That's the first walk from Yamamoto in a minute. As we just mentioned, his last start in Texas didn't walk anybody. First Dodger with at least 10 strikeouts and no walks in a game since Tyler Glasnow did it last June against the Angels. 1 on, nobody out, top of the first, no score. And now an 0-1 pitch from Yamamoto. Reynolds stays away of a curveball that missed away, 1-1. So the command that Yamamoto has been displaying this season to start tonight isn't as sharp or crisp. Out of the stretch is 1-1. There goes Cruz. Smith throwing down to second. Skip throw, not in time. Head first slide by Cruz, and his left hand had the bag before Betts could drop the glove on him.
Well, a low throw on 1 hop. And for Betts, I mean, the first thing is you have to be able to field the ball, and then the tag just not quite there. The other part quickly on Cruz, that is the first leadoff hitter that has reached base in any inning in the last 14 against Yamamoto.
So stolen base for Cruz. He's in scoring position. His 12th bag of the year. No outs in the top of the first. Yamamoto with a 1-2 pitch to Brian Reynolds. It's a splitter that dives low. 2-2. Entering tonight, only Tyler Mahle of the Rangers and Kodai Senga of the Mets have a lower ERA than Yoshinobu Yamamoto. 0.93 for Yama. Here's the 2-2 pitch. After he looks back at Cruz, comes home to Reynolds, and slashes a fly ball left field. And it slices into the glove of Conforto. Cruz was halfway between second and third, but he'll drop back to the bag. 1 gone.
For the Pirates, you look at last year, they got off to a very interesting start. Into July, the team 2 games over 500, just 2.5 games out of a wild card spot, and then along came the month of August, and adios to the season, really.
Now the 38-year-old DH Andrew McCutchen in his 17th big league season. Right-handed hitter with Cruz dancing off second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good splitter from Yamamoto at 92. And that's the thing, you talked about the splitter and how hitters are having trouble with that, Mo. He's added some velocity to it, which has really added to his effectiveness with it. Yamamoto will throw back to second. Edman unable to get Cruz.
Well, here's the Pirates. I mean, they have a runner in scoring position with nobody out in the very first inning. And for Yamamoto, he's gone 18 innings without allowing an earned run, trying to make it 19.
0-1 to McCutchen. He's bounced in front of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cruz led off the game with a walk, stole second base. And so now Yamamoto will have to battle with a runner in scoring position. 1 out in the top of the first. No score. McCutchen at the plate, batting .250 on the year, but does come into LA with a 5-game hitting streak. Yamamoto used the sinker there, but missed inside on McCutchen. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1. That's a splitter at the bottom of the zone. Strike 2 called against McCutchen, and the count goes square. Yamamoto is the ball in his glove, in front of his chest. He kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. First strikeout for Yamamoto tonight. 2 outs in the first.
That's just what makes Yamamoto so difficult to hit. Even the splitter moves differently. That one didn't dive down as much as it has some lateral movement to it.
Seemed to float in there. Really made McCutchen look foolish. Now the first baseman, Manuel Valdez. First pitch strike given by Yamamoto. Valdez was DFA'd by the Red Sox in December. The Pirates traded for him. He's batting .218 on the year, but he's drawn a lot of walks and shown some power. Yamamoto's 0-1 is a splitter that is a hair low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Scoreless game. The series opener just underway. O'Neill Cruz, the leadoff Pirate, is on second base. There are 2 outs. This will be the 20th pitch from Yamamoto here in the first. A 1-1 to Valdez is on the way. And it dots the outside corner at 96. Strike 2. His last start, Yamamoto didn't have an inning with more than 19 pitches thrown against the Rangers. Here's pitch number 21, a 1-2. Hit on the ground, right side and through into right field. O'Neill Cruz is going to score easily with his speed. So a 2-out, 2-strike base hit for Valdez opens the scoring. It's 1-0 Pirates.
And that's a splitter, not a particularly good one. So that's the first earned run in 18 2/3 innings pitched by Yamamoto. But again, you look at his stolen base. The leadoff walk, those are never good, especially open up a ball game. A stolen base, a runner immediately into scoring position.
So now it's Ke'Bryan Hayes, the third baseman, batting from the right side. 2 outs and Valdez on first. Yamamoto starts him off the fastball, strike 1 on the outer third. That was a well-struck base hit by Valdez, too. Not a cheapie. 108.5 miles per hour off the bat. Beyond the diving Tommy Edman. Hayes swings and slashes it foul to the right side. 0-2. But the Dodgers in the early hole. 1-0 Pittsburgh. Pitch 24 of the first inning. Here it is. Fouled over the net. So you mentioned 18 2/3 innings without giving up an earned run. It was 21 2/3 innings without 21 2/3 without an earned run, 18 2/3 without a run. So those are the streaks that were snapped for Yamamoto here in the top of the first inning.
And it was against the splitter, and including tonight against the splitter. 4 hits in 41 at bats when a hitter has either offered at strike 2 on the splitter or put the splitter into play.
Just missed with the splitter, so it's 1-2 to Hayes. Yamamoto sets and deals and lost the sinker down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So again, this is not as crisp as Yamamoto has been for his first 5 starts of the season. He's working hard to begin his 6th start. 2-2 to Hayes. Curveball away, full count. So 0-2 to 3-2.
Well, how strange, too, is it, Yamamoto in the first 5 starts had walked a total of 7 batters, and you walked the first one you faced tonight.
This is, one of the worst offenses in baseball, certainly in the National League. The 3-2 runner goes. And it's a fastball away, ball 4. 0-2, and you walk him. Ke'Bryan Hayes is not regarded for his bat. A Gold Glover for sure at the hot corner, but he's hitting .216 on the season. And I'm not going to chalk this up, Mo, because, again, I'm not down there. I'm not between his ears. I don't believe he is trying to be too fine, as we see Mark Pryor and Will Ireton come out for a mound visit brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. I don't know if it's cold weather or what, but he just does not seem to have the same feel for the baseball.
Yeah, to this point, he's still trying to dial it in. And by dial it in, we're talking about the strike zone, the effective strike zone, not just throw strikes somewhere between that 17-inch plate plus a ball width to either side. He has missed in, he's missed away, he's missed with 2 strikes. I mean, you look at it, he had 1 and 2 to Cruz to lead the game off, walked in. Had to count 1 and 2 to Reynolds. He went 2 and 2 and a fly ball to left field. He went 0 and 1 to McCutchen, eventually struck him out on a 2-2 pitch. He went 1 and 2 to Valdez and an RBI single. Went 1 and 2 to Hayes, you talked about, walks him.
First and second, 2 out, 1-0 Pirates. The top of the first inning. Now the veteran Tommy Pham, right-handed hitter, waiting for the first pitch from Yamamoto. Here it is. Low and away, ball 1.
Pham is searching for career hit number 1,000. He's sitting on 999.
'30th pitch of this first inning from Yoshinobu Yamamoto. In there for strike 1.
Well, that's a slider. And I just wonder, are you doing, does he not have confidence in the fastball? Here's why I bring that up. Tommy Pham against the fastball this year, is hitting a $125 is all.
A 1-1 pitch. Pham late on that heater at 95, fouled over the next
and you just talk about 125 against the heater. Major league average, by the way, is 267 this year against fastballs. And Pham's at 125.
1 ball, 2 strikes for Pham. 2 on, 2 out in the first. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball at 96 atop the zone. So 2 strikeouts for Yamamoto, but too many pitches and 1 run allowed. The Pirates take advantage of 2 walks, an RBI single from Valdez. So the Dodgers trail 1-0 in the
ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. T&Cs apply.
At Designer Shoe Warehouse, we believe that shoes are an important part of, well, everything.
From first steps to first dates, from all-nighters to all-time personal bests.
From building pillow forts to building a life.
For all the big and small moments that make up your whole world, DSW is there. And we've got just the shoes. Find a shoe for every you from brands you love at brag-worthy prices at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Upgrade with new windows. Nobody knows windows like Wanakee Remodeling. Their Renewal by Andersen windows are durable, beautiful, custom crafted, made to order, and professionally installed. Energy efficient windows from Wanakee Remodeling and Renewal by Andersen offer elegance, strength, and stability of wood with low maintenance features of vinyl. This month, buy 1 window or patio door, get 1 40% off, plus special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more details.
Or try a mayor-approved treatment at the spa at Harris. To score your winning getaway, visit harrissocal.com today.
Dodgers trail 1-0. Bottom of the first. On tap, Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman, the scheduled hitters against the right-handed phenom Paul Skeens, reigning Rookie of the Year in the National League. Skeens against Ohtani. Here we go. It's a first pitch. Splinker low, but called a strike. That was at the shins. 0-1 on Ohtani. Shohei is 1 for 12 with 5 strikeouts in his 3 games off the paternity list.
Well, if he gets that pitch all night, it's going to be a tough one.
The 0-1 misses arm side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Skeens, #1 overall pick from the Pirates in 2023, skyrocketed through the minor leagues. He's got 7 pitches to work with and a ton of talent as well. The 1-1 taken by Shohei, off the plate, ball 2 outside.
Well, his debut was not until May last year, and yet he was the starting pitcher for the National League in the All-Star game.
Skeens in his 2-1 pitch. Ohtani watches ball 3 outside at 99.
It should already be a walk, but that's not the case.
They've met before last year. Skeens struck Ohtani out on 3 pitches. Next time out, Ohtani took him deep to center. On the 3-1, Ohtani swings through a fastball at 98. Strike 2 and now a full count.
Yeah. Well, Ohtani 2 for 6 against Skeens. And as you mentioned, the strikeouts. He struck out half the time, so 3 punch-outs, but also 2 hits, and one of them a 4-bagger.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's Skeens' payoff pitch. And Ohtani hits it high in the air to center field, just right of center. O'Neill Cruz camped out for the first out.
It's going to be interesting to watch Cruz in center field. Here's why. He was a shortstop, even though he's, a tall fellow. But from what we're hearing, he's not particularly, overly thrilled to play center field.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, here's Mookie Betts. Bases empty, 1 out. Dodgers trailing 1-0 in the first. Skeens starts him off with a high fastball at 99, ball 1. Well, Betts, like Ohtani, has not been swinging his best bat of late, but Wednesday he looked much better. Went 3 for 5 with a double against the Cubs. The pitch from Skeens lands on the inside corner, strike 1 and an even count.
Yeah, we're really at the top of the order. Last 7 games, Ohtani 194. Last 7 games, Betts 148.
Skeens 1-1 pitch to Betts. Up and away at 100, ball 2. So Skeens enters tonight, Mo, having lost 2 of his last 3 starts. He's 2-2 on the season. His ERA 2.87. 31 in the 3rd innings, 30 strikeouts. An Orange County native, product of El Toro High. And now with the 2-1 to Betts. High and in, 99, check swing, and they see he went around. Crew chief James Hoy at first base, and yeah, it looked like a good call on the second look. Dodgers trailing 1-0 after just a half inning. Yoshinobu Yamamoto not sharp to begin his outing tonight. The 2-2 from Skeens, and Mookie with a fly ball to left center field. Cruz calls off Tommy Pham and makes the catch. At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise in treatment. U.S. News and World Report once again is named CHLA, the #1 hospital in California. You can learn more today at chla.org. 2 outs, nobody on. Freddie Freeman at the plate. So a battle of Orange County in L.A. Skeens to Freeman. First pitch, breaking ball downstairs, 1-0. Mentioned Skeens at El Toro.
I'll tell you what, I'm watching Davis, the catcher, throw the ball back to Skeens. He's all over the place. He's already thrown 2 of them that Skeens couldn't even catch. He had to leap for another one, and that one he had to reach out backhanded.
The 1-0 pitch. Freeman swings through a strike. All right.
Yeah.
Skeens had to reach over
and get that one. Almost one-hopped him going back to the mound.
Interesting storyline developing here at Dodger Stadium. 1-0 Pirates, 2 outs, bases empty, and now the 1-1 pitch. Freeman takes a fastball at 98, dotted on the outside corner for strike 2. Freddie, he has reached in 7 of his last 8 games. Batting just .250 on the season, though. The 1-2 from Skeens. Breaking ball downstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Skeens said earlier this week that it was going to be a zoo here at Dodger Stadium, given how many friends and family would be in attendance. His 2-2 pitch to Freeman. Another breaking ball. Another ball low. Full count.
Well, I have a hint for Mr. Skeens. The way he's starting his career, there's going to be big crowds whenever he's pitching and wherever he is pitching.
Skeens payoff to Freeman. Rolled foul on the right side. He has rapidly become appointment viewing.
And the other part, too, you look back to last year and so far in the early going this season, got a strikeout rate of 32%.
Another 3-2 pitch from Skeens to Freeman. And this ball's cued foul toward the Dodgers dugout. Freddie battling and getting the pitch count up there for Skeens.
But I did find some rust in the armor this morning. The third inning and the sixth inning. Third inning, Skeens' ERA is 9. Sixth inning, it's 8.3. Everything other than those 2 innings, good luck, guys.
Another 3-2, another foul ball. So this is interesting, Mo. So Skeens, part of his lore is that he is near lockdown when he has 2 strikes against you. Freddie in his career has been great with 2 strikes, but this season he does not have a hit with 2 strikes against him. He's 0 for 21.
Yeah, and 13 consecutive games without a 2-strike hit.
3-2, strike 3 swinging. Skeens pump 99 right by him down the middle. So it's a 1-2-3 bottom of the first for Skeens. We go to the second. It's the Pirates 1 and the Dodgers nothing.
AM 570.
LA's best sports talk.
Break never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. T&Cs apply.
At Designer Shoe Warehouse, we believe that shoes are an important part of, well, everything.
From first steps to first dates. From all-nighters to all-time personal bests.
From building pillow forts to building a life.
For all the big and small moments that make up your whole world, DSW is there. And we've got just the shoes. Find a shoe for every you from brands you love at brag-worthy prices at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Upgrade with new windows. Nobody knows windows like Wanakee Remodeling. Their Renewal by Andersen windows are durable, beautiful, custom crafted, made to order, and professionally installed. Energy efficient windows from Wanakee Remodeling and Renewal by Andersen offer elegance, strength, and stability of wood with low maintenance features of vinyl. This month, buy 1 window or patio door, get 1 40% off, plus special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more details.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is seeing eye single. Do you know what it means? Seeing eye single. A soft ground.
Top of the second is brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Dodgers trailing the Pirates 1-0 in the series opener. Yoshinobu Yamamoto's first pitch of the second. Ball 1 low to Adam Frazier. Left-handed hitting second baseman, batting .216 on the season. Here's the pitch. Ball 2 outside. And so Yamamoto was averaging 16 pitches per inning on the season. He needed double that to get through the first inning alone. 32 pitches, just 18 strikes. The first 3 pitches of the second have missed the zone now. 3-0 on Frazier. And Mo, I say this with respect watching Yamamoto. He's clearly fighting for it. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates in front of you right now.
Which means you have to swing the bats to get on.
Attack. There's a strike. Barely. He got gifted that call just off the plate outside. 3-1. Walked 2 batters in the first inning, including Cruz leading off the game. He came around to score. The 3-1 to Frazier. Sword and strike 2.
Well, the numbers are what the numbers are. The Pittsburgh Pirates are 23rd as a team in batting average, and they're 22nd in runs scored.
I mentioned those 2 first inning walks. He had 1 total walk over his last 2 starts combined. Here's the 3-2 to Frazier. Swinging a foul ball back just above our booth. Count remains full.
Well, another note that you just looked at. The previous 2 starts with 2 strikes, opposing hitters were 2 for 32.
Can he put Frazier away? The 3-2 is rolled foul toward his own dugout.
And what we're not seeing, early going, yes, we're not seeing swing and misses.
He had 20 whiffs against the Rangers. This is his 40th pitch of the game. A 3-2 to Frazier leading off the second, and his ball 4. He has walked 3 Pirates out of 7 faced so far. And that's difficult to comprehend.
Well, especially since he walked a total of 7 over the first 5 starts.
Well, the walks have been the bugaboo for the Dodgers staff this year, Mo, right? That's been the common thread. They're just issuing way too many free passes, giving teams way too many free bases. Leadoff batter aboard in the second, no outs. First pitch, ball 1 to Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, the number 8 hitter and shortstop for the Pirates.
And with the starters, the starters are well rested. It's like once a week. The bullpen, much heavier workload.
Kiner-Falefa, right-handed hitter. And that's a base hit into left field. Was that against the splitter too, Mo?
And it was elevated. That's not the place to be putting a splitter. So Yamamoto is still trying to find the feel for the pitches.
Number 9 hitter and the catcher Henry Davis, former number 1 pick, just like Skeens, but a few years prior, or a couple years prior rather, back in 2021, out of Louisville, just like the backstop next to him, Will Smith. First and second, no outs for the Pirates in the second inning. They already lead 1-0. Here's the pitch from Yamamoto. It's a curveball low, ball 1.
Well, this is where Yamamoto's been almost perfect over the first 5 starts. The numbers 7, 8, 9 hitters. The opposing team hitting below 100.
1-0, chopper to third. Muncy gobbles it up, steps on third, throws across, and they're not going to get him. There was a little bit of a bobble on that grounder to Muncy. He stepped on the bag to get the lead runner, Frazier. But that was the only out, so ended up being a fielder's choice, putting Davis on first. Kiner-Falefa now on second with 1 away.
In the second inning, you got a turnover of the lineup, and the leadoff hitter bats for the second time in this contest.
O'Neal Cruz back to the plate. Walk, stole second, came around to score on the single from Valdez. Ball 1 downstairs from Yamamoto.
For Cruz, 40% of his strikeouts are called strike 3. 40%.
A 1-0 pitch. Swing and a foul ball off the plate, 1-1.
But that sounds minuscule in comparison. Now that's the 3rd highest in baseball. Who has the most called strike percentage? Gavin Lux. Now with Cincinnati. 54% of his strikeouts are looking.
Pirates 1, Dodgers 0. First and second for Pittsburgh, 1 out. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Fastball elevated at 94. Got by Cruz. So the last start for Yamamoto, 7 innings against the Rangers, 5 base runners total. The first 8 Pirates he faced, 5 reach. Baseball. 1-2, swing and a miss. Beautiful curveball in the inside corner from Yamamoto. 3rd K, 2 gone in the second.
Number 10, Brian Reynolds.
Now Brian Reynolds. Well, it's a 6-game hitting streak, batting .444 in that span. He's 0 for 1 tonight, though. First and second, 2 gone. First pitch curve is in the dirt, ball 1.
Reynolds has had so far some difficulty this year on good fastballs in on his hands. Don't leave it out over the plate. I'm talking about if you're crowding. Really good, jamming.
Pitch number 50 from Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Swing and a miss. That's a good splitter. Will Smith pointed the glove at him afterwards. Had some arm side run toward the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Outside corner. That's the same spot, but called ball 2 this time. Sean Barber has home plate tonight.
Yeah, that's a strike.
1-0 Pirates. Top of the second, 2 on, 2 out. Yamamoto's 2-1. Outside corner. Fastball misses away. 3-1.
Yeah, and that missed. Some people are barking, but that was the right call.
Yep. So Yamamoto is going to have to fight through it tonight, it seems. The 3-1. Outside corner. Curveball. Strike 2. A generous one, Mo, if we're being honest. Full count for Reynolds.
Right now, I don't know where the strike zone is.
I know. See, it evens out because of the missed splitter earlier. 3-2. Head start for the runners on first and second. Ground ball right back to Yamamoto. He snares it with a glove to the right side of the mound. Shuffles over to first. Gets it to Freeman for the final out of the inning. So the first 2 get on in the second, but Yamamoto holds firm and keeps it a 1-0 game in the middle of the second.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $150 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bet
$150 in bonus. 65, 21 plus only. Must be physically located.
MLB.com.
Teoscar Hernandez leads off the bottom of the second inning. 4, 5, and 6 on the docket for the Dodgers against Paul Skeens. Dodgers trailing Pittsburgh 1-0. Skeens' first pitch. Fastball 98 outside corner. Strike 1 against Teo. Teo swung the bat well at Wrigley Field. 4 for 9 with a couple extra base hits, including his 6th homer of the year. Drove in 5. The 0-1 from Skeens dives downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Teo's seen Skeens well in his short sampling. 3 for 5 with the 2 extra base hits, including a home run. The 1-1 from Skeens, and Teoscar drives it the other way. Going toward the line is Reynolds. He dives. He cannot make the catch, but the ball dropped foul according to James Hoy. Teo seems to think that was fair. He was calling to the dugout right away.
It was fouled just by inches, but interesting route by Reynolds. His old banana route.
Now, making it more difficult, I think, is that he slid across the chalk. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Chalk did fly.
The Dodgers saying play on. They're not going to challenge this. Our limited look, it looked like it got the right side of that line, but Reynolds slid across. So any evidence, Mo, has been erased.
It would be on videotape.
Oh, my goodness. All right, so that's a 1-2 pitch coming from Skeens. It is low, 2-2. Dodgers trailing 1-0. Bottom of the second just underway. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Skeens comes set. And misses away. 3-2. Mention the 7 pitches that he has. Mo, it is a unique arsenal. Fastball, splinker, slider, change, curve. Payoff pitch, and Teoscar with opposite field knock.
Teoscar's thinking, okay, that one was foul. This one won't be.
Definitely not. So he gets on, leading off the second in front of Tommy Edman, who's coming to his first at-bat, which is presented by Edmunds. Get an offer for your car and find your next one all on Edmunds.com.
Remember last year coming when Skeens came in and we heard, well, he has 7 different pitches. Oh, really? Well, how many pitches are there you can possibly throw? Well, most pitchers will vary different ones. So if you really count all of them, guys have more than 3 or 4 pitches.
First pitch to Tommy Edman lands on the inside corner. Tommy jumped out of the way, thought it was going to be a ball.
Some pitches a little bit more designed to have some run, different pressure points, maybe on a finger, different grip, possibly on the baseball.
Hayes in on the grass at third base as Edman swings and chops it foul on the first base side, falling behind 0-2. Teoscar on first. Dodgers down 1-0. No outs in the second inning. And Tommy Edman hitting .260 on the season, 19 RBIs. Skeens looks back over his front left shoulder at Teo. Comes home to Edman and misses low and away. The last week, they have 8 games for Edman. He's got 3 multi-hit games and then 5 hitless games. So it's been feast or famine of late for Edman. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Chase the fastball outside at 99. That's out number 1 here in the bottom of the second.
It's been kind of feast or famine for this Dodger ball club in particular, with runners in scoring position. They do a bad job on the road trip, but they had difficulty in Chicago. Dodgers had only 22 at-bats, runners in scoring position. Cubs had 31.
Good to see Will Smith back in the lineup. First pitch from Skeens. Fastball at 98. Did he just call that a ball? Sean Barber, he's not seeing things well tonight. Okay. 1-0 on Smith. 1 on, 1 out in the second. The Dodgers trailing 1-0. Skeens out of the stretch. Smith swings and cues a foul ball over the net. Work hard, play hard in a new Tacoma with an I-Force turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. Pirates scored a run in the top of the first. The Dodgers trying to get it back in the bottom of the second. A 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to third. Hayes has it in the glove. Gets a second for 1. Here's the turn. Not in time. Smith just beat the throw, avoiding a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. But Hayes, the Gold Glover, got things started and gave Pittsburgh a chance. Michael Conforto digs in with 2 out, and Smith now on first base. 1-0 Pittsburgh. Pitch from Skeens. Inside. Wow, called a strike.
I was going to say, this Conforto happy to be back at Dodger Stadium. Remember back in spring training, we were talking about, well, we think that Dodger Stadium will suit the eye of Conforto a little bit more. He's hitting .290 here. Much lower on the road so far.
He sprays it foul toward his own dugout. It's quickly 0-2.
Conforto, another one of the Dodgers, really the last 7 games in particular. He's had some trouble, just 3 for his last 20.
Batting 197 on the season. Really, the only thing that's been saving him has been the walks he's drawn. 14 walks to 24 strikeouts. The 0-2 up and away. Ball 1. And he's been getting opportunities with men on base. And this is where he has to come through. It's what he was brought in to do. And it's just eluded him. A 1-2 pitch, 97 down the pipe. Conforto took it for strike 3. That's just the way things have been going for Conforto. So after giving up the leadoff base hit to Teoscar Hernandez, Skeens doesn't let anybody else.
This season, let your shoes do the talking. Designer Shoe Warehouse is packed with fresh styles that speak to your whole vibe without saying a word. From cool sneakers that look good with everything, to easy sandals you'll want to wear on repeat, DSW has you covered. Find a shoe for every you from the brands you love, like Birkenstock, Nike, Adidas, New Balance, and more. Head to your DSW store or visit DSW.com today.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco.
Broadcast booth.
Streaming right to your mobile device.
LA Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
Pirates up on the Dodgers 1-0. Top of the fourth starts with Tommy Pham. Pitch from Yamamoto. Misses ball 1. That's been a theme all night. And he has walked the leadoff batter in each of the first 3 innings, trying to avoid that here in the 4th. Evens the count with a fastball in the outside corner. 4 walks already for Yamamoto the first 3 innings. That is a new career high for walks issued in a single game. 1-1. Curveball that gets a swing and a miss from Pham. His 69th pitch of the night. A 1-2. Popped in the air. First base side. Foul ground toward the Pirate dugout. Freddie on the warning track is out number 1.
Well, Steve, I want to go back to a comment that I made about Max Muncy watching him in batting practice. What did I mean by he had a very good session? Well, just watching him. Balls are inside. He was able to pull the ball out away from him. Batting practice, going with it. Not only going with it, but going with it with authority. Didn't overswing. Making good contact. Flight of the ball was very good.
First pitch to Adam Frazier is down the chute, strike 1.
And I might add, he hit 1 home run that landed in the right field pavilion, bounced up and hit the roof of the pavilion.
The 0-1 pitch to Frazier. Hit on the ground to first. Freddie handles it on a hop. The underhand toss to Yamamoto, 2 away.
But that home run has nothing to do with the evaluation that I had in batting practice. Oh, you know, at 5 o'clock, and they used to label, oh, he's a good 5 o'clock hitter. I'm not talking about Max Muncy. Any player.
Right.
You know, because you're normally taking batting practice about 5 o'clock, especially if you're the visiting team. Well, you don't want to be labeled as a 5 o'clock hitter. Well, for Muncy, you know, hopefully that's a sign of good things to come, a good batting practice session.
Number 8 hitter, the shortstop Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, is 1 for 1. 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch fastball is upstairs for Yamamoto, 1-0. Dodgers behind 1-0. The first of 3 against the Pirates. Swinging a chopper foul. Max's side of the diamond. 1-1.
By the way, we saw a lot of players over the years. Still happens too. Guys hit about 700 at 5 o'clock. Unfortunately,
a lot of Hall
those
of
games are
Famers.
7-10.
Foul ball into the net. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, there's a lot of Cooperstowners during.
And you know,
the 5
sometimes
o'clock hour.
as a hitter, you'll have a real good batting practice session, and you'll lay an egg in the game, and vice versa.
Right.
Sometimes
you stink it up during BP, and you go out and you have a few knocks. What a frustrating game this must be for you guys to play, huh? 1-2 pitch, cut on and miss. Strike 3. Got him with a curveball. Yamamoto with a 1-2-3 4th inning. And we go to the bottom half. The Dodgers continue to trail the Pirates 1-0.
When you want
upgrade with new windows. Nobody knows windows like Wanakee Remodeling. Their Renewal by Andersen windows are durable, beautiful, custom crafted, made to order, and professionally installed. Energy efficient windows from Wanakee Remodeling and Renewal by Andersen offer elegance, strength, and stability of wood with low maintenance features of vinyl. This month, buy 1 window or patio door, get 1 40% off, plus special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more details.
Wanakee Remodeling, we make everything more look new. Are you facing the challenges of cancer? At Cochise Oncology, we understand your journey. With over 65 years of experience, we help you conquer cancer closer to home. Using innovative genetic tests, Cochise Oncology provides personalized cancer treatments in Sierra Vista. The first in Arizona, our state-of-the-art Radixact treats your cancer with pinpoint radiation. Cochise Oncology, where cancer meets compassion. Healing begins here.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
You might be the professional athlete of the family, Aquarius, but the love of baseball runs deep in your roots. Playing in the backyard with your siblings,
Friday night at Dodger Stadium, nowhere else we'd rather be. Dodgers and Pirates, Pittsburgh on top 1-0. Freddie Freeman leads off this inning. And he swings through strike one from Paul Skeens. The Dodgers facing the phenomenal right-hander from Fullerton. Skeens, the 0-1. And Freddie pulls it to right field, hooking, and it drops in. Dribbling along the line toward the corner. Freddie makes the turnaround first, and Reynolds bobbles it in the corner. So Freddie's going to end up at third. So Brian Reynolds is having a battle with the right field line tonight. And Freeman ends up on third, standing up to start the fourth.
Yeah, for Freeman, jump-starting his ball club here, down 1-0. That was a curveball left out over the plate. And Freddie Freeman stays back on it so well, but you know, that ball goes into the corner. And if you take the wrong angle into the corner, you're chasing the wall down towards your bullpen.
Double and an E9 on Reynolds. So the tying run on third, no outs in the fourth. First pitch to Teoscar Hernandez is low, ball one. Somehow that ball squeaked between Reynolds' glove and the wall down the right field corner. 1-0 pitch swung on and tapped to third. Hayes comes in, throws, and it's picked at first by Valdez just before Teoscar stepped on the bag. The worst part is Freddie Freeman had to stay on third, and now there's one out.
Yeah, that's an at-bat that is just not productive.
Nope. So you're looking at Tommy Edman. 1 on, 1 out. Dodgers trailing 1-0. This is a key moment for them to push a run across Skeens. Pirate infield comes in. The pitch to Edman. 98 inside corner, ball one. It has been a frustrating zone, I would say, for both teams as we near the completion of 4 innings. Freddie on third. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Edman does not swing. It's strike one down the middle. Skeens went with the breaking ball for Edman there. Edman batting .371 this season with runners on base. Can he do it again? 1-1 pitch, cut on and miss. Strike two. That was 98 with some arm side run. Edman is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in the second inning. He calls for time behind 1 and 2 in the fourth. Freddie with his hands on his hips at third base, talking with Brian Hayes, the third baseman. Infield remains drawn in. The 1-2 is ball two called. That pitch had all of the inside corner, and Skeens is asking Sean Barber where it missed. Was that up? Yikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and Tommy chases strike three. A nasty sweeper down and in, and the Dodgers now have 2 outs, and Freeman's still at third.
Well, you can join us for Star Wars Night, Dodger Stadium on Wednesday, May 14th. That's against the A's. You'll purchase a special ticket pack and receive an exclusive Dodger Stadium Star Wars Death Star Bobble. So for tickets and information, Dodgers.com/promotions.
Well, if you need a hit with runners in scoring position, this is the guy to call. Will Smith steps in and stays out of the way of a fastball inside, 1-0.
You better believe it. 733 average, 11 for 15 runners in scoring position.
They need him with 2 out in the 4th. Skeens misses outside from Smith. 2 balls, no strikes. Freddie's on third base. He got there leading off. It was a double and an error on the right fielder Reynolds. But Teoscar grounded out on the infield and Edmonds struck out. So the Dodgers turn to Will Smith, who's in front, 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch from Skeens. Smith watches a breaking ball land at the knees, strike 1. Will also batting .420, nearly .420 here at Dodger Stadium. On this 2-1 pitch, he will take again. This is a fastball at the knees, strike 2, squares the count. The only reason you haven't lost confidence yet is because Smith has been great with 2 strikes as well, Mo. 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes, Freeman on third. The pitch. And Smith pulls it down the left field line. Long run for Pham. It's hooking, foul. It was not close to the pole, but that hung in the air a long time. But Pham had too much ground to cover, bounced off the warning track and out of play.
Yeah, and especially as far off the line as he was. Outfield's going the opposite way. Defensive alignment with Will Smith.
This is not an enviable spot to be. Behind 2 strikes to Paul Skeens. Smith grabs his bat, taps his foot, takes a deep breath, and digs back in. Dodgers down 1-0. 2 gone in the 4th. Freeman on third base, the tying run. Another 2-2 pitch. And Smith spoils it. Just got a piece and fouled it into the net. Skeens is ready to go. First base side of the rubber. Bright yellow cleats. He kicks and deals. And Smith pops it up. Shallow right field. Playable for Reynolds. And the Dodgers bungle an opportunity in the 4th inning. Freddie Freeman on third with nobody out, and nobody can bring him in. After 4 full innings at Dodger Stadium, the Pirates lead the Dodgers.
Breaking news, it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. T&Cs apply.
Upgrade with new windows. Nobody knows windows like Wanakee Remodeling. Their Renewal by Andersen windows are durable, beautiful, custom crafted, made to order, and professionally installed. Energy efficient windows from Wanakee Remodeling and Renewal by Andersen offer elegance, strength, and stability of wood with low maintenance features of vinyl. This month, buy 1 window or patio door, get 1 40% off, plus special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more details.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Can't get enough baseball? Start streaming MLB Network today. Get up to 15 out-of-market games a week live on any device, plus 24/7 access to MLB Network's award-winning shows, including live game look-ins and exclusive player interviews. And hear live
Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Find out more at Yamava.com.
On this date, April 25th, 49 years ago, Dodger Stadium, Dodgers and Cubs. And 2 individuals jumped over the wall, ran onto the grass in center field, and prepared to set fire to the American flag. But their plan was thwarted by a fleet of foot, speedy center fielder for the Cubs. And I'm honored to sit next to him in the Dodgers broadcast booth. Rick Monday, happy anniversary, Mo.
Thank you.
Ground ball to third. Muncy on a backhand just inside the line. Long throw, and it brings Freddie up the line and skips away from him. Gets into the dugout. And so that means Henry Davis, the catcher, is going to reach and get to second, leading off the top of the fifth.
That was a tough play for Muncy. By the time he gets the ball, he's in foul territory. He throws it from foul territory and trying to get the one hop, but that one hop was on the home plate side, considerable margin of the first base bag.
E5 on Muncy. So 1-0 Pirates. Davis on second, no outs in the fifth. Lineup turns over. Here's O'Neill Cruz. Struck out swinging his last time up. Walked, stole a base, and scored in the first. The lone run of the game. All right, Mo. So as we see Yamamoto miss the zone, falling behind 1-0 again, you were saying.
Well, yeah, that was a while ago. That's when I could run.
The 1-0 pitch. That's taken to right field, and that is going to get down, cut off by Teoscar Hernandez, but Davis is going to hustle home and score. It's an RBI single for O'Neill Cruz on a rocket to right. So 2-0 Pittsburgh. The runner, so it's a leadoff walk in the first that came around to score, and the leadoff error here in the fifth, doubling the Pittsburgh lead.
Yeah, only one inning have the Pirates failed to get the leadoff man on base. That was in the fourth.
Ryan Reynolds will step into the left side. Still no outs in this fifth inning. 2-0 Pirates.
When will Cruz take off? He's already had one stolen base.
Yamamoto throws over there. Forever ago and yesterday at the same time, Mo, 49 years? Or is it forever ago?
Yeah, it's a long time ago, but the thought is still the same. What they were trying to do was wrong. I thought it was wrong then. I still think it's wrong.
That's cued foul by Reynolds. Strike one.
And not to sound corny or anything else, the flag, okay, it's a piece of cloth. Stars and stripes. It means a lot for us if we recognize it and protect it.
The 0-1 pitch is in there for strike two.
And the other part is if we don't take it for granted.
And there isn't a day that goes by in your life, Mo, that you are not reminded of that moment, that day, and what that act meant to so many. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike three, good splitter from Yamamoto. One gone here in the top of the fifth.
Well, the nice thing, I think a lot of people understand this, is that, I asked for that flag right after the event took place on that Sunday afternoon here at Dodger Stadium. And it took a while because of court case, and they had the flag and they used it in court, but I have it. And that flag still has a life because my wife Bartley and I are able to take that flag around the country at various times and use it for fundraisers, in particular for the military.
Right now, there's a break in the action. Pittsburgh Pirate athletic training staff and manager Derek Shelton out looking at O'Neill Cruz, and they're kind of rubbing his right, working on his right hip area. Remember, Yamamoto threw over there in the last at bat for Brian Reynolds just to kind of watch Cruz.
Where they're looking at is the lower right part of the abdomen, just above the belt, a little bit to the side, and I just wonder if he didn't pull something as he was going back to the bag.
So I guess you're hoping that it's a hip thing right now, but you're fearing that it is an oblique or a muscle thing. It looks like Cruz is going to stay in the game, which is great news for the Pirates. You definitely don't want to see anybody get hurt, but when we get a chance to put eyes on a talent like that, you want them in there. 2-0 Pittsburgh, top of the fifth. Cruz on first. There's one out.
Cruz is still kind of massaging the right side of his abdomen, about 2-3 inches above the belt.
He's bending over sideways at the hip to try and stretch something out. Here's the first pitch to Andrew McCutchen, and that is laced to left field for a base hit. So Cruz will go station to station, first and second for Pittsburgh, with one out in the fifth. So if you hopped on late, the big theme tonight for the Dodgers Yoshinobu Yamamoto not nearly as sharp as he has been for the majority of this season. Certainly not as sharp as he was his last 2 starts before tonight. And Manuel Valdez, the first baseman, who made it 1-0 Pittsburgh. He's back up there. Left-handed hitter is 1 for 2. Dodgers down 2-0 now. Here's the pitch. Strike 1 called below the zone. Yamamoto will take it. Cruz still with both hands on his hips as he takes his lead off second base. He's responsible for both runs of the game. He scored one and he drove in the other. The 0-1 pitch. Chopper fielded by Yamamoto. He goes to second for 1. Betts is not going to be able to turn 2. So Cruz ends up at third. They'll be at the corners with 2 gone in the 5th.
Yamamoto has a very good awareness of what's going on in the ball game. He knew immediately that ball was up in the air. He was already setting his feet where he could catch the ball and have a very good throw to second base.
At the corners, 2 outs, 2-0 Pirates in the top of the 5th. Ke'Bryan Hayes up for a 3rd time. Walked in the 1st, grounded into an inning-ending double play in the 3rd. The pitch. Fastball, missed the bottom of the zone, ball 1. A 1-0 with Valdez running, swung on and fouled off the top of the net and into the seats. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's going to be another high count for the opposing teams with runners in scoring position. The final game in Chicago, 12 different at-bats by the Cubs, runners in scoring position. Game 1 of that series, 19. That's too many opportunities. And this is number 10 tonight for the Pirates. We're in the 5th.
1st and 3rd, 2 out. 1 ball, 1 strike on Hayes. Yamamoto is set, and here's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle, base hit for Hayes, and the Pirates tack on 1 more. Cruz steps on home plate, and it's a 3-0 ball game. A well-struck ball by Ke'Bryan Hayes, who has really struggled to find the bat in his big league career. Not there. And so the deficit grows, and when you're facing a pitcher like Paul Skeens, you can't let this one get too far from you. 3-0 Pirates. Tommy Pham at the plate. 1st and 2nd, 2 out in the 5th. Pitch. Inside, ball 1. And so now, Mo, we were talking during the break about what happened in the bottom of the 4th. Freddie Freeman is on 3rd base, and there are no outs. It's really a tough pill to swallow that he never came home. Dodgers failed to score what would have been the tying run, and now their deficit is 3 as Yamamoto pitches a strike, and now the count even 1-1.
And especially at that moment, because it's a 1-run ball game in that inning, and you've got 2 at-bats, basically contact at-bats, to be able to get the tying run to home plate.
Swinging a foul ball, fastball right down the middle, put into the net. 1-2 against Pham. Yamamoto north of 90 pitches. And now the 1-2 to Pham. Splitter in the dirt. Texas, who was really on cruise control and finished 7 shutout. Tonight it has been an absolute grind to get through 5. He's still not yet through 5. 1 more out to get. 1 more strike on Pham. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and fouled toward the Dodgers on deck circle. You see some stretching now and stirring in the Dodger bullpen.
Well, it's going to be there. We're going to see the bullpen pretty soon. That's 93 pitches already for Yamamoto.
2 balls, 2 strikes. He'll try again, and Pham will hit it to third. Scooped up by Muncy. He'll go to second to get the final out. But the Pirates put a pair on the board for Pittsburgh and now lead the Dodgers 3-0. We're halfway home in this.
Breaking area at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. T&Cs apply.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Upgrade with new windows. Nobody knows windows like Wanakee Remodeling. Their Renewal by Andersen windows are durable, beautiful, custom crafted, made to order, and professionally installed. Energy efficient windows from Wanakee Remodeling and Renewal by Andersen offer elegance, strength, and stability of wood with low maintenance features of vinyl. This month, buy one window or patio door, get one 40% off, plus special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more details.
Wanakee Remodeling, we make everything old look new again.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That
St. Louis Dodgers.
In the battle of aces at Dodger Stadium, Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Paul Skeens. It is the Pittsburgh righty who is the advantage. 3-0 lead for the Pirates. Bottom of the fifth starts with ball one outside on Michael Conforto. 7, 8, and 9 the scheduled hitters for the Dodgers. Conforto is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. His average has dipped to 194. Pitch from Skeens. He elevates and blows it by Conforto at 97, 1-1. Conforto's really having issues with the fastball the last couple of weeks. 1-1 pitch. Fastball, but that's inside. 2-1 the count. And we've made mention of this, Mo, but when his swing has gotten long and loopy, it makes sense that the fastball's eating him up. 2-1. Goes to the off speed and evens the count 2-2 atop the zone.
Yeah, because when it gets long and loopy, and by loopy we're talking about a lot of movement beforehand with the barrel of the bat, whether you waggle it, you go into circular motion. It takes you longer to get the barrel of the bat to the contact point.
Skeens exhales and now delivers this 2-2 pitch. Conforto lays off a pitch downstairs. Full count now. Dodgers had a golden opportunity in the bottom of the fourth, down 1-0 at the time. They get Freeman on third with no outs, but he can't score, and now they trail by 3. Here's the payoff. Conforto jammed on a fastball at 98, fouled it off the glove of Davis, who smacked his glove in frustration that he couldn't keep strike 3 in his mitt.
I was surprised he reacted that way because it went off the edge, outer edge of the catcher's mitt, and it wasn't like it hit in the pocket.
Another 3-2. And Conforto strikes out swinging. 98 fastball down the middle at the knees. Fifth punch out for Paul Skeens. 1 gone in the 5th.
Well, the difference is we're in the 5th inning, and 3/4 of the Pittsburgh lineup has had 3 at-bats tonight, and for Muncy in the 8th spot just the 2nd time.
With the bases empty and 1 gone, Skeens can't land the backdoor breaking ball. 1-0 on Muncy. Max flew out to center field starting the 3rd inning. Here's the 1-0. That's upstairs by a hair. 2 balls, no strikes. Skeens, with so many members of his family and friends in the stands here at Dodger Stadium, delivers the 2-0 and gets Muncy to swing through a fastball at 98. Pride of El Toro High, starred there for Mike Gonzalez, who coached there for more than 2 decades. The 2-1 pitch. Muncy holds the bat, but watches strike 2 land on the outer third. A good breaking ball from Skeens. The first number 1 pick ever to start the All-Star game in their rookie season. Paul Skeens. The 2-2. Strike 3 swinging. High fastball at 98 gets Muncy. Back-to-back Ks for Skeens to open this 5th.
And even more problematic to make the All-Star team. Did not make his debut last year until May.
Just the 5th rookie ever to start an All-Star game. It just shows you what kind of talent he has. And he is not yet 23 years old. And so now the task for the Pittsburgh Pirate franchise is to build around him while you can. They definitely have not done that the last 2 years. Andy Pages swings through the first pitch. There's that splinker, the trademark pitch for Skeens. 0-1 as we see Alex Vesia down in the left field bullpen getting ready. 80th pitch of the night for Skeens. And it's the same pitch, a splinker inside corner, swing and a miss for Pages, strike 2. I mean, you have a phenomenal pitcher in his, not even yet entering his prime. So he's not making the money that he will command eventually. And the front office for Pittsburgh has opted for short-term veterans on the back nine of their career. As Pages takes the 2-strike pitch down the right field line. Drops in for a fair ball. Ricochets off the wall, and Pages will hustle into second with a stand-up double. Could that be a spark here with 2 out in the 5th?
Well, and for Ohtani, this would be the perfect time to kind of dial back in the good Shohei Ohtani swing that he's been searching for. It's been a difficult journey the last number of games.
Shohei is 0 for 2 tonight. So now he is 1 for his last 14 off the paternity list. Pages on second, 2 outs. Dodgers down 3-0. Here's the pitch. Way outside. That one slipped out of Skeens' hand. Ball 1. The Dodgers, they just need a shot of life and energy into this crowd. Get Dodger Stadium back into it to begin this homestand. Skeens 1-0 pitch. Ohtani checks his swing. It's called a strike on the outer third. Skeens out of the stretch, first base side of the rubber. Ball at the belly button. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Up and away, ball 2. Pittsburgh 3, Dodgers nothing.
It's really the first non-competitive pitch that Skeens has thrown tonight. That missed by a couple of feet.
He looks back at Pages, delivers the 2-1, and misses up and away, ball 3. When Ohtani made his first start in Anaheim in April of 2018, Skeens was in the stands with El Toro High School. He's called Ohtani an inspiration in a lot of ways. Now he's facing him again. The 3-1 pitch. Ohtani swings and cues it foul, dribbling toward his own dugout. Strike 2 and a full count. Skeens was a two-way player at Air Force, then he transferred to LSU, focus on pitching. Most outstanding player in the College World Series. The Pirates opened the door for him to play both ways in the bigs, but he is focused on the mound and excelled there as well. 3-2 the count on Shohei. Here's the payoff pitch, and Ohtani strikes out swinging. Would have been ball 4, breaking ball down and in, and the slump for Shohei continues. Pages' 2-out double is stranded on the bases. At the end of 5 full, it's the Pirates 3.
It's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. T&Cs apply.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd. 3rd. A knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90. Exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Upgrade with new windows. Nobody knows windows like Wanakee Remodeling. Their Renewal by Andersen windows are durable, beautiful, custom crafted, made to order, and professionally installed. Energy efficient windows from Wanakee Remodeling and Renewal by Andersen offer elegance, strength, and stability of wood with low maintenance features of vinyl. This month, buy one window or patio door, get one 40% off, plus special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more details.
Wanakee Remodeling, we make everything old look new again.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That
and Casino at San Manuel. Find out more at Yamava.com.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto was the ace to blink first. Top of the 6th, about to begin. 3-0 Pirates on top of the Dodgers. Alex Vesia enters the game. First pitch to Adam Frazier, fouled away. Dodger pitching change brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. 14th appearance for Vesia. Final line for Yamamoto. 5 innings, 3 runs, only one of them earned. 5 hits, a career high 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Frazier swings and fouls another one away, quickly 0-2. The ERA for Yamamoto on the season, Mo, rises to 1.06 through 94 pitches, 58 strikes. Simply put, for those who missed any of the action, he was not sharp, and that was evident from the get-go.
No, he was just searching for the strike zone and searching for quality pitches the entirety of the game.
The 0-2 pitch from Vesia is spoiled by Frazier. And so you talked about it earlier, Mo, and I'm going to steal that line. It's another night where the Dodger bullpen is going to have to carry the boulder.
Yep, they're going to have to cover 4 innings tonight as well.
A 3-0 deficit against Paul Skeens. And the Pirate bullpen has actually been a strength of theirs. It's a bigger deficit than most. The 0-2, Frazier stays alive with a foul ball to our left and into the Loge level. Another foul ball, fastball in the inner third, and Vesia can't get rid of Frazier.
Just going back the last number of games. Okay, 5 innings tonight by Yamamoto. Had 2 2/3 the final game in Chicago by a starter. Had 5 the night before that. 4, 6.
Pitch and a foul ball to the left side again. Still 0-2 on Frazier leading off the 6th inning.
Not through yet. 3, 4 1/3.
Not through yet.
So you get the idea, and not trying to belabor the point. The starting rotation has not been able to stretch it out.
Vesia put Frazier down. The 0-2. Foul back into the net.
Even though, when you look at the Dodgers starting, and including some off days, basically pitching once a week.
Yeah, the bullpen has thrown the most innings in all Major League Baseball. They've thrown more than 4 innings in 11 of the first 25 games. 8th pitch from Vesia to Frazier, the leadoff batter for Pittsburgh in the 6th. Here it is. High fastball, check swing. Did he go? No. Now, in those 11 games, the Dodgers happen to be 9-2 when they get more than 4 innings from the pen.
But then to correlate with that, runs scored.
Yep.
And that's not the case right now.
The 1-2 pitch, and Frazier takes it to right for a base hit, so he wins the battle. On the 9th pitch from Alex Vesia, after being behind 0-2, Frazier finds grass in right field for a leadoff knock. This has just been a really frustrating Friday night for the Dodgers. Continuation of some frustration, but those have been usually reserved for the road. Not at home. The Dodgers are 10-2 at Dodger Stadium so far, but they're in danger of dropping a game here. Kiner Falefa swings through a slider, strike one. No outs and a runner on in the sixth. 3-0 Pittsburgh. The pitch is a fastball high at 93, 1-1. Now the Dodgers started the year 8-0, Mo. Right, they were slugging their way and masking a lot of their deficiencies and shortcomings with those home runs. They're below 500 the last 3 weeks. They're 8-9. As Kiner Falefa pushed it in the air right center field, Pages will call off Teoscar and make the catch, pushing Frazier back to first base.
And no one's going to feel sorry for the Dodgers who have gone into offense, slumping, what have you. I mean, you look at the offseason, a lot of people are angry. Well, they keep signing this player and that player. Well, yeah, some of them are, a lot of them are on the injured list right now. Dodgers have 12 pitchers on the injured list right now. So every time the Dodgers play somebody, they know full well, hey, the defending world champions, we're going to be in L.A. on this date. Hey, they're coming to our town. Everybody can't wait for the Dodgers to show up on the field.
High slider down at the top of the zone, call the ball. I am like experiencing secondhand embarrassment for the umpire scorecard that's going to come out tomorrow for Sean Barber. The 1-0 from Vesia. Swung on and pulled foul on the third base side. 1-1 the count on the catcher Davis. Last time Davis was at the plate, he was leading off the fifth. He reached on an error by Max Muncy at third, and he got to second as the throw went into the dugout, and then he scored on the ensuing base hit by O'Neill Cruz. Vesia, slider inside corner. Hey, strike two call. So he was the fourth leadoff batter aboard. Davis was. Now they have five as the runner takes off for second. Throw down from Smith. Tag from Edman. Got him. Will Smith signals 2 out after he erases Frazier from the base paths.
Well, for Frazier, that was not a textbook headfirst dive. It looked more like he just fell off a motorcycle.
Now, Mo, you asked a couple games ago, when was the last time you saw a pitch out? That wasn't an official one, but it was a high fastball that brought Smith out of his crouch and got him into the throw.
Yeah, I was just wondering if the Pirates were going to say, hey, wait a minute. Edman was directly in the baseline as he made the tag.
Derek Shelton is furious with DJ Rayburn, second base umpire.
And that's exactly where Edman was. He was in the baseline for that new rule.
Broken bat, left side on one hop, fielded by Betts. He throws on the run and gets Davis. So the lumber went down the third base side. The ball went to the left side of the infield, and ultimately Vesia faces the minimum in the sixth. 3-0 Pirates.
Breaking news. Never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. T&Cs apply.
Upgrade with new windows. Nobody knows windows like Wanakee Remodeling. Their Renewal by Andersen windows are durable, beautiful, custom crafted, made to order, and professionally installed. Energy efficient windows from Wanakee Remodeling and Renewal by Andersen offer elegance, strength, and stability of wood with low maintenance features of vinyl. This month, buy one window or patio door, get one 40% off, plus special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more details.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
It's time to step up to the plate to see if you can guess which baseball player or manager said the following.
I was in 3 great situations with great coaches, great people around, been taught, and I believe the way to accept this tremendous honor is as a representative.
Mobile device.
LA Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
Betts, Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez against Paul Skeens in the bottom of the 6th. 3-0 Pittsburgh. First pitch from the right-hander misses downstairs. Ball one on Mookie, who is 0 for 2.
I mentioned in the pregame show the Skeens had trouble in 2 innings, the 3rd and the 6th. Here we are in the 6th.
The pitch. Mookie shoots it to right center field, but it's tracked down by O'Neill Cruz. It's Chevy Truck Month, and there's no better time to do what you do best in a Chevy Silverado. Go shopping right now at SoCalChevy.com.
You know, you were talking earlier, we talked really in the pregame show that for Skeens, didn't make his Major League debut until May last year, and yet he was a starting pitcher for the National League. The last pitcher prior to last year that did that, Jerry Royce, 1975. And Royce's name appears a couple of different times.
Ball one outside on Freeman, one out, nobody on.
Because Skeens, one of 5 Pirates pitcher to ever start an All-Star game. Jerry Royce, obviously, Doc Ellis, Vern Long, Bob Friend did it twice.
Fastball in the inside corner, 1-1 on Freeman. Dodgers trailing 3-0.
And thanks to research by Dwayne McDonald, our baseball guru.
I was going to say our encyclopedia. Skeens north of 90 pitches. This will be his 92nd. A 1-1 to Freddie. Freeman shoots out of the way. The fastball in. 2-1. Here's the pitch, and Freddie in the air, center field, and it drops down. Cruz went back, and he's unhappy, I think, with himself on that read. If he was charging in off the bat, he probably wouldn't make the catch. Instead, it's a 1-out base hit for Freddie. He is 2 for 3 tonight.
Well, friends, celebrate the culture and traditions of Japan right here at Dodger Stadium on Monday, Japanese Heritage Night. It's against the Marlins, and you can purchase a special ticket package and receive an exclusive Japanese Heritage Night jersey presented by Daiso. Come on, join us. Dodgers.com/promotions.
First pitch to Teoscar Hernandez. Sweeper taken for strike one. Teoscar is 1 for 2, singled in the 2nd. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the 4th. That was the disappointing 4th, where Freeman was on 3rd leading off, and he never scored. Pitch from Skeens, fastball, a hair low, 1-1.
I mentioned the 3rd inning for Skeens this year, ERA of 9. Well, the Dodgers had a golden opportunity, left a run in scoring position. In the 6th inning, ERA of over 8.
1-1. Teoscar checks the swing and taps it off the plate, foul. 1-2. The Dodgers have left exactly one runner on in each of the last 4 innings, in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. They have a runner on in the 6th. Freeman on first, 1 away. They're down 3, so they need more base runners. Teoscar Hernandez behind 1-2. Much improved in 2-strike counts this year. Here's the pitch, swing and a foul ball. 98 put back into the net behind home plate. Skeens approaching 100 pitches, and I don't know if I see even stirring down in the right field pen for Pittsburgh. Skeens looks over at Freddie on first, into the stretch, this 1-2 pitch. Teoscar pulls the back foot out of the way, ball 2.
The way this is going, the Dodgers will welcome the bullpen to start cranking up in a hurry.
Dodgers need somebody other than Freddie Freeman or Andy Pages tonight. Freeman and Pages are 4 for 5 with 3 doubles. Everybody else 1 for 16 with 6 strikeouts. 1 on, 1 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Skeens dials it up, and Teoscar hits it high in the air to left field, but shallow. Pham waiting for it to fall, and it drops into his glove, 2 away. Teoscar slaps his hands in frustrations. He wanted to do more with that one.
That's where hitters, Steve, they come back and they know that they just missed it. Now the question is it the placement on the barrel of the bat a 1/4 of an inch difference? 3/8 of an inch difference? Right around there.
Talking about game of inches, a fraction of an inch. As Edmonds swings and fouls the first pitch from Skeens. Strike 1 on Tommy. Batting with 2 out and Freeman on first in the bottom of the 6th.
Bullpen for the Buccos beginning to shuffle around. And they get 2 arms begin to toss, righty and a lefty.
3-0 Pirates. Pitch 101 from Skeens. Misses outside on Edman. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, all Dodgers not named Freeman and Pages are 1 for 17. Edman is 0 for 2. He struck out twice against Skeens. Here's the pitch. Inside corner. Fastball taken at 97 for strike 2. Edman with some practice swings from the left side. The switch hitter taking a break. In this 1-2 count, just to collect his thoughts, formulate his plan. Freeman with a short lead off first base. And the 1-2 pitch coming. Edmonds strikes out swinging. And so that's the 8th strikeout of the game for Paul Skeens in 6 shutout innings, 3 of them to Edmonds' ledger. The Dodgers strand another. Freeman's 1 out base hit left on the base.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Breaking news. Extraordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. T&Cs apply.
Upgrade with new windows. Nobody knows windows like Wanakee Remodeling. Their Renewal by Andersen windows are durable, beautiful, custom crafted, made to order, and professionally installed. Energy efficient windows from Wanakee Remodeling and Renewal by Andersen offer elegance, strength, and stability of wood with low maintenance features of vinyl. This month, buy 1 window or patio door, get 1 40% off, plus special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more details.
Wanakee Remodeling, we make everything more look new again.
You might be the professional athlete of the family, Aquarius, but the love of baseball runs deep in your roots. Playing in the backyard with your siblings or
the Galpin Motors broadcast booth.
Streaming right to your mobile device.
LA Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
Pitching change for the Dodgers presented by Navien, HVAC and water heater products. Luis Garcia takes the mound for the top of the 7th, facing the top of the order for the Pirates, who lead the Dodgers 3-0 in the series opener. First pitch to O'Neill Cruz, fouled away. Shakey's Pizza Parlor is the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it is group night at Shakey's.com. 13th appearance for Garcia, his ERA at 5.11. 0-1 pitch to Cruz, tails low and away from the lefty. 1-1. Yoshinobu Yamamoto was only able to get through 5, and he had to fight to get that much on the scorecard. Garcia's 1-1, taken by Cruz off the plate, ball 2. 5 innings, 3 runs, only 1 earned. There was an error by Max Muncy, starting a 2-run 5th. 5 hits for Yamamoto, 5 strikeouts, but a career high 4 walks. The 2-1 pitch from Garcia. Check swing on a ball in the dirt. Did he go? No. So it's 3-1 on Cruz, who has reached twice tonight and scored twice. Garcia settles in to the third base side of the rubber. The 3-1 pitch. is in there for strike 2, and we got a full count. Offensively, the frustrations continue for the Dodgers. Granted, it is against perhaps the best pitcher in baseball right now in Paul Skeens, but really, Mo, the last 3 weeks, this has not been the same unit we saw at the gates. Cruz fouls it over the net, still 3-2.
No, and quite frankly, you can look on the field and see frustration really with the ball club.
7th pitch from Garcia to Cruz, the 3-2. Hit to the right side on the line. There's Tommy Edman, perfectly positioned to snare the first out. And we're going to pause 10 seconds for station ID on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Brian Reynolds, switch hitting outfielder. Still batting from the left side. Base is empty, 1 gone. Ball 1 from Garcia. Pirates 3, Dodgers nothing. And so, after the frustrating 2 losses at Wrigley Field, the Dodgers dropping the season series to the Cubs. Like, okay, well, the next 12 games are against teams with losing records. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. The count is even. You got 6 against the Marlins, 3 against Pittsburgh, and 3 against Atlanta. Well, that's on paper. The games happen between the white lines, and the Dodgers are losing this game so far, 3-0. Garcia has strike 2 at the knees with a fastball at 96.
Well, teams love playing against the Dodgers, period, and especially now, defending world champions. You're going to come in. It's a sellout crowd tonight.
Ground ball to second. After a couple of hops, Edman will field it. Get it to Freddie, 2 gone in the 7th inning. And that was a point that we heard in Chicago. We were complimenting the Cubs side, and we heard folks on their end say, hey, you know what? Like, they show up to play for the Dodgers, and that's something you're going to hear all season long.
Yep.
Andrew McCutchen batting. 2 out, nobody on in the 7th. 3-0 Pirates. Garcia's first pitch is pulled a little away from the righty. Ball 1.
By the way, I talked to our friend Ron Coomer, broadcasters on the radio side for the Cubs. They had a rain delay, so I gave him a call. So you having fun?
The 1-0 pitch to McCutchen inside. 2-0.
Here's how much fun that they were having. It was 42 degrees at the time.
Oh.
Wind chill was in the 30s, and the wind was blowing straight in from center field at 17, gusting to 32.
Make you miss playing there, Mo?
Lovely.
The 2-0 pitch. McCutchen chops strike 1 off the plate foul. So basically what you're saying is we got out of there just in time.
You might be onto something.
Yeah. Andrew McCutchen at the plate. He's 1 for 2, the single and a walk. Active leader in Major League Baseball in games played. Waiting on a 2-1 pitch from Luis Garcia. Here it is. And it's in the dirt. Skips away ball 3.
Yeah, for McCutchen, this is game number 2,147.
He is a Pirate favorite and really one of the best to ever play for this historic franchise in Pittsburgh. 3-1 pitch. Swinging a fly ball straight away center field. Andy Pages running back on the warning track. He's there to make the catch. That died about 10 feet of the wall. 395 out there in straightaway center. Garcia works a 1-2-3-7. Paul Skeens is going back to the mound.
Ready to level up? Chumba Casino is your playbook to fun. It's free to play with no purchase necessary. Enjoy hundreds of casino-style games like bingo, slots, and solitaire anytime, anywhere. With fresh releases every week. Whether you're at home or on the go, let Chumba Casino bring the excitement to you. Plus, get free daily login bonuses and a free welcome bonus. Join now for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Play Chumba Casino today. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. T&Cs apply.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Upgrade with new windows. Nobody knows windows like Wanakee Remodeling. Their Renewal by Andersen windows are durable, beautiful, custom crafted, made to order, and professionally installed. Energy efficient windows from Wanakee Remodeling and Renewal by Andersen offer elegance, strength, and stability of wood with low maintenance features of vinyl. This month, buy one window or patio door, get one 40% off, plus special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more details.
Wanakee Remodeling, we make everything old look new again.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco.
To right field. It is into the upper deck. Back to the boys in blue. The world champion LA Dodgers audio network.
Never gets old. Bottom of the seventh, Dodgers down 3-0. Will Smith leading off. Here's the pitch. Ball one from Paul Skeens. And Mo, I love this. But we've had conversation before. Major League Baseball needs to bring the starting pitcher back. Paul Skeens, 103 pitches through 6 shutout frames. He goes back and takes the ball for the 7th. There's a strike at the bottom of the zone. 1-1 on Smith.
Well, you figure you need a tractor to hook up to Skeens to get him off the mound, and it better be a big tractor.
Big righties. 1-1 pitch. Smith checks his swing. Sweeper at the bottom of the zone. Strike 2 called. You know, Skeens was itching for this. Dodger Stadium against the defending champs. Family and friends littered all around Dodger Stadium. The 1-2 pitch. He pulls a breaking ball. It's now 2-2. Now, he really hasn't had a lot of stress tonight. He seems to have been in control the entirety of this evening.
I was about to say, he looks like he's having fun out there.
Dodger hitters are not. Here's the 2-2. Smith strikes out swinging. That was a nasty splinker that ran arm side in on Smith. The 108th pitch from Skeens produced his 9th strikeout. It will also be his last as Derek Shelton calls down to the Pittsburgh pen. And Paul Skeens with one heck of a performance. Major League Baseball has been building up the hype around this night for several days. Yamamoto against Skeens, and the Pittsburgh ace rose to the occasion.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Breaking news and then.
Top of the 8th inning brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo, celebrating 20 years of good times. Noah Davis on the mound at Dodger Stadium for the top of the 8th. The Dodgers trailing the Pirates 3-0. Davis misses up and away. Ball one on the first baseman, Valdez. Really the only entertainment we've seen tonight, Mo, has been from the opposing starting pitcher, which isn't a good thing for Dodger fans. Paul Skeens was terrific. There's a strike from Davis, 1-1. Valdez started the scoring, an RBI base hit with 2 out and 2 strikes against him in the first inning, taking advantage of a not sharp Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Davis spins a breaking ball down and in, falling behind Valdez 2-1. The 2-1 pitch from Davis. Up and away, ball 3. So Davis, his Dodger tenure started in the 10th inning of Game 1 at Wrigley Field. Through one pitch, it was a screwball, and Ian Happ took it to right field for a walk-off single. And then it was part of the unfortunate happenings in Game 2 when the Dodgers couldn't hang on to that one and eventually lost. Strike 2 in there to Valdez, now a full count. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Count remains full. So in that game, Davis was charged with a blown save. Just 2 outs recorded. 2 hits, including a home run. 3-run shot off of him by Pico Armstrong. Inside, ball 4 and a leadoff walk in the top of the 8th inning. So come out of the bullpen and issue a free pass to the first hitter you face, and that has been a problem tonight for the Dodgers, putting the first Pirate on base.
6th time in 8 innings.
So Jared Triolo is going to pinch run for Valdez at first base. 1 on, nobody out, top of the 8th inning. 3-0 Pittsburgh. It's just, you think, we're building up this first game of the homestand. All right, Dodgers back home cooking, and it has not been an entertaining watch. Here's the first pitch to Ke'Bryan Hayes. Outside corner, strike 1 called. Hayes is 1 for 2, RBI base hit, and it made it 3-0 in the 5th inning. And so walk and grounded into a double play. The 0-1 spun in there by Davis. Tried with the front door breaking ball, but it didn't get enough of the corner. 1-1. Pickoff attempt unsuccessful. Triolo with a head first dive back into first base. Bullpen has to hold the line and then hope that the Dodger bats can wake up. Davis is 1-1. Low and away. At the bottom of the 8th, the Dodgers will have Pages, Ohtani, and Betts scheduled to come up. On Davis's 2-1 pitch, Hayes will watch strike 2 land in the heart of the plate. Here comes the 2-2. Nope. Pickoff attempt. Tag applied. Just safe was Triolo. Ball at the belt for Davis. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. First down, the top of the 8th.
Well, looking ahead on the Dodgers schedule, join us for Mookie Betts bobblehead night. When? May 13th. That's when the A's are in town, and the first 40,000 fans in attendance are going to take home a Mookie Betts bobblehead. Presented by Security Benefit. Come on, join us. Dodgers.com/promotions for more info.
Tommy Pham, the batter. Here's the pitch. Inside corner. Strike 1. The front door breaker from Davis. Huntington Beach native. His Dodger Stadium debut. Trying to keep the Dodgers within 3 in the 8th. 1 on, 1 out. Now the 0-1 pitch. Pham swings and fouls it back behind the net. Triolo takes his lead off first. This 0-2. Pham lays off a breaking ball downstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count on Pham. He's 0 for 3. Pitch home. Low and away. Count squares up 2-2. Pickoff attempt, high throw over to Freddie Freeman, and ball rolls away, but not far enough for Triolo to attempt to take off for second. Stays on first, 1 out, top of the 8th inning. There's just been a lull, just a hum in the stadium all night. Well, there really hasn't been any life or buzz to it. Maybe folks, it is cold, so maybe folks are just too chilly to cheer. 2-2 gets the bottom of the zone. Apparently, strike 3 is called, and Tommy Pham is letting Sean Barber hear it. Back-to-back Ks for Davis. 1 more out to get in the 8th.
Left field, number 28, Tommy Pham.
Triolo remains on first base. Adam Frazier is the batter now. First pitch from Davis inside, 1-0. Three 0 Pirates. The 1-0 pitch. Cut on and missed. Good pitch from Davis. Like off speed to get him strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. Davis delivers and misses up and away. Eight innings. 6 times the Pirates had the leadoff batter on. 4 leadoff walks issued by the Dodgers. Here's the 2-1. Frazier takes a little away. Now 3 balls and a strike.
It was kind of an unusual delivery. He's very upright when he delivers. It's not like he follows through and like he's going to continue to even follow through with the pitching hand and touch the ground. Very upright delivery.
Pitch, runner goes for second. The tag from Betts. Triolo is safe. Smith popped out of his stance, threw down to second. The Dodgers are going to want to challenge this call, as it looked like Betts might have gotten that left hand and arm of Triolo before it touched the bag.
Los Angeles is challenging the safe call at second.
James Hoyer, the crew chief, and the first base umpire did not sound overly excited that the Dodgers were going to challenge the call. But the replay showed that he may have been tagged out by Betts. Made a very quick swipe tag right around the left elbow.
Replay Operations Center in New York City will look at all the angles and then render their verdict and hand it to James Hoy, the crew chief. But Triolo and the Pirates trying to get into scoring position for an insurance run here in the 8th inning as they lead the Dodgers 3-0.
I mean, this is, an inch, a fraction of an inch was a hand on or not on the bag at the time.
Review the call on the field stands. The runner is safe. Los Angeles will lose their challenge.
Okay. That's the problem. It has to be convincing in order to overturn it.
Triolo on second, 2 outs in the 8th. Pittsburgh 3, Dodgers 0. 3-2 the count for Noah Davis against Adam Frazier. Let's see a payoff pitch. Hit in the air to right field. Teoscar Hernandez will run over to his right, and 10 feet in front of the track. He will make the catch. So the leadoff walk does not hurt Davis or the Dodgers. Bottom of the 8th. Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, Andy Pages.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd.
Far 12 appearances, his ERA 1.59. And his 3 saves as well. Andy Pages is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. Checks up on a swing he thought was outside, but it hits the outside corner. It's 0-2. Santana's 7 straight outings without allowing an earned run into this series as Pages reaches out and pokes it to right center field. Great piece of 2-strike hitting for Andy Pages, who improves to 3 for 3.
And he's gone either to right field or to center field. And to me, that says a lot, because he's had difficulty. We've talked about this really over we talked about it last year and also earlier this season too. He's had difficulty in the ball away from him. Ball in, handles it as well as anyone. So for him to handle 3 pitches tonight out away from him, very good sign indeed.
He's on for Shohei Ohtani. No outs in the 8th. 3-0 Pirates. Santana's first pitch just missed the outside corner. Ball 1. Shohei is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Trying to snap out of a slump. And they've seen him drop to 1 for his last 15. Santana's 1-0 pitch. Ohtani lays off ball 2 outside.
And 6 for his last 34.
Average now at 263 on the season. The 2-0 pitch. Ohtani pulls off and swings through. It would have been ball 3. A breaking ball down and in. 2-1. And just waiting for him one time, Mo, to just kind of stay through a baseball.
Yeah, you know, you pull off. You're really pulling off even the sideline of the baseball.
The 2-0 pitch popped up. Center field. Cruz backs up toward the warning track. Now comes in. And it makes the catch. 1 out. So Shohei is 0 for 4. 1 gone in the 8th. It's sort of mystifying. I mean, this is really the first, you know, he didn't get off to this crazy start last year, his first year as a Dodger, but he quickly kind of put that behind him. This is really the first prolonged slump that we've seen out of Ohtani. And it's left a lot. It's hard to process because you haven't seen it yet. But it does happen to everybody, including players as good as him. Mookie Betts is up there, and he watches a first pitch strike.
It's very hard to fight your way out of a slump. And especially when you've got a lot of movement during that swing. A lot of different pieces now in the swing.
3-0 Pittsburgh. 1 on, 1 out for the Dodgers as Betts grounds it to the right side. Triolo at first fields it, goes to second, and there's a double clutch on the turn, and they're only going to get Pages at second. So Kiner Falefa with Betts hustling down the line. A little double pump and the hesitation allows this inning to continue, but there are 2 out. Now Freddie Freeman. It's been the Pages and Freeman show tonight, and so it's appropriate that these are the two kind of you're looking at in this 8th inning as well. First pitch from Freeman, and home plate umpire Sean Barber says he went around on the check swing, strike 1.
Well, between Freeman and Pages, they have 5 of the Dodgers' 6 hits.
The 0-1. Freddie swings and hits it in the air. Left field side. On the run is Pham as that ball slices toward the line. Left of the line. He makes the catch. And that'll do it for the 8th inning. So the Dodgers get a leadoff base hit from Pages, but nothing else after that. So Andy Pages and Freddie Freeman are 5 for 7.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
This season, let your shoes do the talking. Designer Shoe Warehouse is packed with fresh styles that speak to your whole vibe without saying a word. From cool sneakers that look good with everything, to easy sandals you'll want to wear on repeat, DSW has you covered. Find a shoe for every you from the brands you love, like Birkenstock, Nike, Adidas, New Balance, and more. Head to your DSW store or visit DSW.com today.
Breaking news and Mary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. T&Cs apply.
Are you suspicious of someone because what they're saying doesn't add up? There's an online tool that can help you within minutes. Confidentially search millions of public records to find out more. Go to truthfinder.com to uncover their secret past now.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco.
Using large pickup segmentation. Call 844-55-CHEVY or see dealer for details.
You're listening to LA Dodgers baseball.
On top of the mountain.
On the world champion LA Dodgers audio network.
Bottom of the 9th, about to begin at Dodger Stadium. Teoscar Hernandez, Tommy Edman, Will Smith due up. David Bednar on the mound. A former All-Star has really fallen off a cliff the last couple of years. He brings a 6.75 ERA onto the mound here in Game 1 of this 3-game series. Teoscar is 1 for 3. Here's the pitch from Bednar. It is taken, 97, low and away, ball 1. The pitch. Teoscar swings, is jammed and is skied to shallow right field. Reynolds comes on and makes the catch, 1 away. Well, we talked about how the Dodgers have fallen into this mediocre month after the 8-0 start. There's 8-9 their last 17 games. The offense is down a run and a half per game from that 8-0 start. Ball 1 low on Tommy Edman, batting with 1 out and nobody on in the 9th inning. 3-0 Pirates. And last year was the 3rd best team batting average in the National League. This year entered tonight 12th. .231 as a team, and that average has not improved in this game. Bednar misses away. 2-0 for Tommy. Edman is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Bednar's 2-0 pitch. Edman takes a hair upstairs, 3-0. Kind of furthering the conversation we were having earlier. The last 8 games, Edman 3 multi-hit games, but 5 hitless games. Feast or famine. 3-0 pitch. He was watching all the way, and that was down the middle at the top of the zone. Strike 1 for David Bednar. Pirates coming off a series win down in Anaheim against the Angels. And they're 2 outs away from a win at Dodger Stadium. Fastball from Bednar misses high. A 1-out walk for Tommy Edman. Will Smith will stroll to the plate.
Need at least one more base runner. And then somebody's got to go deep, hit 1 out, or get the offense going, and that has not happened in recent days.
Again, Freddie Freeman and Andy Pages combined tonight, 5 for 7. Rest of the Dodgers, 1 for 24. Will Smith is 0 for 3. Bednar out of the stretch with Edman on first. 3-0 Pittsburgh. First pitch just catches the outside corner. Strike 1. Will Smith kind of grimacing and shaking his head.
There's been a lot of head shaking tonight, both sides.
Yep. Bednar's 0-1 pitch. Will watches. Strike 2 called on him. Another breaking ball that just hit the very, very bottom of the zone. Will behind 0-2. Great 2-strike hitter this season. Here's the pitch. Way high on the fastball at 97. Bednar was an all-star in 2023. Last year his ERA nearly tripled, and it's only gotten worse this year. They're going to him here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Nearly hits Smith with ball 2 up and in. Count is square. Dodgers need another runner on base. Edman's on first, 1 out. Now the 2-2 pitch. Smith strikes out swinging. High fastball would have been a ball. Instead, it's out number 2. Dodgers down to their final out. They have struck out 10 times tonight. Michael Conforto is 0 for 3. His average all the way down to 189 now. After such a terrific start to his Dodger tenure, he is just lost right now. He watches strike 1 get called against him. Breaking ball down on the inside corner. 3-0 Pirates. The pitch. And Conforto waves at strike 2. And will send fans kind of streaming towards the exit. Edman is still on first base. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. A 3-run deficit for the Dodgers. One more strike to play with. Bednar's 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 swinging. High fastball. Blew it right by Conforto. So more of the same for him and the Dodger offense as they get shut out in game 1 of this homestand, falling to the Pirates by a final of 3-0. And so now, Rick Monday, they have lost 10 of their last 18 games, and they're now 16-10 on the season.
Yeah, and if you look at today's game, it's understandable. You can see the frustration of this Dodger ball club defensively. A lot of guys looking at their shoes in between the pitches. But there's a couple underlying things. First of all, for Yamamoto, he never really looked like he settled in. And we talked about it during the game.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.